The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
This is Africa Diaspora Connect.
Join us as we take the journey from the motherland to America.
We share our experiences and learn from them.
Here is our host, Kibathi Gaturu.
Hey, what's going on, Chrissy? What's going on? What's happening?
Welcome to another Thursday.
Another Thursday it is. Thursday. So,
where's our crew today?
Crew? Yeah, there's something called golf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see how it is.
It's a one-man show. I get to know where they really put me and what we're trying to strive for. Because
we understand where the priorities lie.
The priorities today is the GOLF. That's where it's at.
All right.
Maybe somewhere in the 17th hole right now. Then they do the 19th hole after that, so I don't think I'm seeing them in a while. But it's all right. I'll hold the fort.
You and I are committed.
We are. That's all. So we can hear us. So my crew's not here. Golf, it is. It is what it is. It's that time of the year.
I suppose.
So let me tell you something. Let's do some current affairs. I've been trying to think of different ways we can get this going, and something clicked. Like, for example, last week, Africa lost a leader, president. All right, Tanzania neighbors Kenya. This is the eastern coast of Africa. He's been in power 5 years, going to his second term. He was a character in his own way. Did his own thing. He had his followers, he had his naysayers. Such is politics for you. But the thing that really stood out for me is what I heard. What took him, and was COVID.
Oh.
That's what I heard. And it's kind of disturbing because for the longest time, he pushed back on COVID. His name is John Magufuli, President Dr. John Magufuli. And he pushed back on that. And that was troubling for a while. I mean, this is a pandemic. I don't think anyone can say they're immune to it.
What do you mean by he pushed back?
Like he didn't believe in it. Like there's no COVID in his country. Like, it's crap. Like it didn't exist for the longest time.
Wow.
So that was kind of like, it kind of took me aback. I'm like, man, all right, I get it. But then to hear now that COVID took him. I don't know about folks. And then now we have this big funeral processions and there's no social distancing, Chrissy. We got tens of thousands of people just lined up to pay the last respect to their president like they should. But in this day and age, I don't know. But I'm not going to dwell into this. But listen, guys, my brothers from Bongo, may Magufuli rest in peace. But guys, let's pay attention, man. This thing's for real, especially back in the motherland. Back in Kenya right now, there's no hospitals. There's nothing open. Everything is full. You're practically waiting for someone to pass on before you gain admittance. So that's how bad it is. But let's not get into too much of it. But it's current affairs. That's what's going on. So that's what's up. So anyhow, it's another Thursday, right? It's another Thursday. Let's do this thing. I'll let you take your spiel and tell them what you got to do.
Well, first of all, as usual, we're asking everyone. We need our ADC community out there.
Let's do it.
I class myself an unofficial ADC.
No, you are official.
Well, I am ADC. Mine's Australian.
Okay.
My A stands
there
for
we
Australia.
go. That's right. But
I feel like I'm part of the family. So we want everyone's help to spread the word on ADC. So if you guys that are listening or watching, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, African Diaspora Connects. You can also find us on Facebook as African Diaspora Connects and also on Instagram. All links are in our descriptions below, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, if you're listening to us on any of the podcast networks. So I need everyone out there to help us share, subscribe, like. Let's make ADC as big as we can, people. What is going on the show today, though?
Once again, we're going to make it happen. We're going to give another shout out to Mahiga. We had an amazing guest last week, and she walked us through the journey. So Mahiga, once again, real estate company has been developing affordable residential homes in Nairobi and surrounding areas since 2018. They specialize in off-plan sector where they all sell homes at pre-construction stage that allows the client to partner with them in the development of their home. They have been able to successfully hand 7 projects in Kenyatta Road, Kamulu, Joska, and Kitengela areas, and are set to hand over several more projects this year in Ruiru, Joska, and Kitengela. Why should you choose Mahiga Homes? They are A, trustworthy, affordable, and they also have flexible payment terms, customizable homes, secure and serene neighborhoods, gated estates, availability of social amenities. You can check out their website at mahigahomes.co.ke. The link in the description below. Right on your YouTube channel, little arrow, press that, bang, all you need to know. Our journey today. So we have a consortium. I'll call them Diaspora Affinity groups.
Right.
All right. Diaspora Affinity groups. We have two really huge, successful ones.
Yes.
So it's gender related.
I did my research.
We got the ladies.
Yes.
And we got the men. So we have Kwitu, which is the Kenyan women in the United States.
Yep.
And then we got KEMEN. It's the Kenyan Men Empowerment.
Right.
So two distinct, amazing affinity groups. I don't think Lily's in yet. Lily, we're waiting for you to come in. But I have my man right here, Mr. Anthony Kamnao, the chairman and founder of KEMEN, Kenyan Men Empowerment. Welcome to the ADC Africa Diaspora Connect. I'm your host. You know who I am. Kamnao, karibu bwana. Karibu.
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting for this. An awesome show. I'm so excited. Congratulations on what you're doing to just change our community and just showing love. Thank you, Asante Sana. Thank you.
Zoom Live, St. Louis. Is that, you see, you pronounce it Missouri. How do you guys do it? Missouri. Is that how you say it? Missouri.
Missouri. Where you from is gotta say you are from Missouri.
You know, guys like us, I'll call it Missouri.
They say we have cattle, we have cows here.
All right, man. So listen, man, welcome, man. So I called you guys affinity groups, man, and that's who we are. I think that's the best way I can define what we're doing, what you guys are propagating. And like I said, let's take us through your journey. It's all about, in everything that we do here at the ADC, it's all about ultimately about a journey. And I'd like to hear from you, from the horse's mouth. How did you get started? What was the thought process? What's the genesis of KEMEN?
You know, can I think about how can we be together as men? Can I got inspired by Kwitu? So how can ladies be so organized and men, we are organized on the basis of business, on how to benefit in a group. So when I reached out to Sam Thugi, I reached out to Tony, and they say, hey, we can do this. And we launched 2018, end of June 2018. Unbelievable. And I was like, men are willing to come together. And in thinking of how can we discuss about our issue? How can we talk about economic issue? How can we talk about quality of life? How can we talk about our heritage as men? Because we come from Africa, we come here, we get so busy. So that's the way we thought about, like, hey, let's come together. And we reached out to men like you who are willing to bring community together. And we started in Massachusetts. And you know, kind of mindset, like women, they party, man. They're all together. They're so energized. Look at Facebook. They're doing exercise. How can we do that? So that's the reason why we came up with KEMEN, Kenyan Men Empowerment Network, to network and to bring social and economic justice and have that discussion on the table. And man, the rest is history. 2018, June in Massachusetts. I remember very well.
I understand. I remember that as well. So it's going to be 3 years this June, right? 3 years in the making this June.
Can you believe that? I can't believe it.
All right. Yes. And I heard you mention Sam Thugi. Sam, you're like a bad penny, man. Everywhere I look, your name pops up. Sam, man. Listen, Sam, thank you once again for all you do in the community. Tony and Gary, man, amazing things, man. Those are both friends of mine here in Massachusetts. And kudos to both of those men. And thanks for all they're doing. So 3 years into it, Kamnao. How many states do you believe you guys have an impact? How many, or how far have you grown in these 3 years in the making? And what's your membership looking at now since inception almost 3 years ago?
Right, perfect. And it goes to the membership. When we started, we talk about how can you be a member? And usually when you talk about money with our community, it's a big dilemma. So we started out membership $30, but eventually I started thinking about, man, this is not going to make sense, so it's not going to go farther. So I decided free for all for now. Because when you start pushing on membership or money, it becomes an issue, especially with men. Why is he taking all that money? What is he trying to do? So we decided to make it easy, smooth. Now we are over 15 states. We have Oregon, Seattle, Arizona. We have Missouri, Kansas. We have Georgia. We have Beltway, which covers Baltimore and those other eastern states. And then we have New Jersey, New York. And each group has over 200 members. We have New England, whereby, you're in New England. So we have, on all those groups, we are almost over 2,000. We are reaching over 2,000 men.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you have like a slogan? I was doing my research, couldn't find out. I liked the Quito one. Behind every successful woman is a tribe of other successful women who have her back. That's what it says. What do you guys have? I mean, they started it off. I mean, they're the sisters ahead of us. Do you have anything comparable? I'm putting you on a spot right now. Anything comparable?
No, it's perfect. We have one that is one man at a time. And that's our slogan, one man at a time. And tap and iron. When you hang out, Kibathi, man, life will change. You are a big time inspiration. And I'm telling you, because I met you when we were launching.
Yeah.
The energy that you bring on the table. And that's the reason why if you want to know the reason why we started, and one man at a time, when I met you, I said, man, there are men who have changed my life, changed my relationship. Because when you reach out to another man, one man at a time, it changes your perspective. And when I met you, my life has never been the same, if you don't know that.
Well, Chrissy, you hear that? I slipped him a 20. I slipped him a 20 to say that, but it's all good. Thank you, sir.
I did it.
And I know you do. I know you do. And what I like about that theme, it also goes back to, I think there's another African one that we have. Leave no child behind, leave no man behind, one man at a time. Because there's something about us men. We get caught up in our manhood. And we don't know how to share. We don't know how to reach out. We don't know how to tap into our networks. And a lot of us men do spiral out of control because, once again, maybe it's in our DNA makeup. Maybe it's just in our machismo as being a man. We just don't know what to do with when things hit the bottom. So something like what you're doing with KEMEN and one man at a time is mission critical. It's mission critical, getting all men together and making sure we leave no man behind. So that is powerful, Kamnao. That truly is powerful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So membership. I mean, yeah, I get it, membership. But listen, man, we Africans, especially Kenyans, we're big on giving Harambes. I mean, why can't we give ourselves and we can give to Harambes? Right now, you and I can raise $20,000 in the next 3-4 days for a cause, but we find it hard. Why do we have that mentality? You think? Why do we push back on trust? What's your take on that? Why is that?
Right, it's because the organization, there's one organization that came here like 15 years ago. There was an organization here in Kansas and people start bringing tribal mindset.
Okay.
People start thinking about my tribe. People start thinking, oh, what's up? It's because other leaders did that. They were given money from their organization.
Yeah.
They took that money and used it in a wrong way. Mm-hmm. So the people who are mistreated, a lot of people are being mistreated, and there's no accountability. When you're given the money, you have to tell people and show the receipt. Right now I'm having a problem. I'm helping a gentleman in Kenya, and I'm asking him. I didn't ask him, but I'm like, why can't you send a receipt? So when I helped that lady in Kenya, the lady sent me a receipt.
Yeah.
And when I'm like, we need to change that mindset. It goes to the bottom line that the people who started the organizations before were not trustworthy. They didn't show the receipts. They didn't bring it together. And then we celebrate people when they're dead. We don't have that thinking that we need to celebrate each other now. Let's have centers now. Let me celebrate you now.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. A friend of mine actually gave me the perfect plausible cause of how to break that. Give me my rose when I'm alive. Give me my rose while I'm still alive. Don't wait until I'm gone. Give me my rose now. It's for the living. And like you said, yes, we have a tendency of celebrating life when we are gone, and we do an amazing job. But when we're living, it's like everyone on by themselves. You know what I mean? And that is something I think we need to propagate. But I want to touch on something that you said there that eats us as a society. This tribal element. When are we ever going to overcome that? Everything is so tribally divided. You know, why is that? Why do you think we'll never be able to overcome that very basic component of just seeing outside and across that and just treating each other as Kenyans, as Africans, of whatever? Why is tribe so paramount? You're the chairman. You're the founder. How are you overcoming such issues? What are you doing to overcome such?
The biggest issue is that, and even in diaspora, what is this tribal? Because, for example, my dad is from Luo land and my mom is from Kikuyu land. If people didn't know that, people are like, oh, he's a Luo. It's because when I came from Luo land, I went straight to Nairobi, got my plane, and came to United States. Guess what I'm thinking? I'm still thinking like a Luo. And I come here, I hang around my tribe, go to church, Kikuyu, go to church, Kalenjin. I'm not going to change that my mindset and thinking. And especially if I don't want to hang around you, who is educated, who is smart, who is out of the box, thinking like an American. So what is destroying us is our mindset. We came up from Geshagi, got into the plane, came to United States, go to the same church, same people. We don't want to get out of our comfort zone. And the biggest issue, the country of Kenya is getting messed up because of tribalism, because we are educated, but we are still tribal.
It is. And like I said, Dr. Magafuli said it very clearly one time. It's like the biggest problem, and may he rest in peace, I started this segment with him. He said the biggest problem we have in Kenya, ni ukabila, is tribalism. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We have so much going for them, but we cannot see past that divide. Anyhow, moving along. So 15 states, maybe 2,000 strong, 3 years into it. Do you have any, like for example, there's a team in Worcester that called itself the Kenyan Men of Worcester, but I don't think there's an affiliation yet with KEMEN. Is there? Worcester is my home city. Okay, and that came our group, and I was part of the founding team that founded that, but I don't see any correlation with that. There's so much untapped momentum and camaraderie that's out there. How do you think you get these splinter groups that really came about after KEMEN came into perspective? What you, as a chairman, as a president, what can you do, for example, that Little Worcester chapter that doesn't seem to be affiliated with the mothership from KEMEN? What can you do? How can we be able to coalesce that and make it work?
It's a simple thing. It's about love. If we all can come out, and different group, like there's a Simba group in New Jersey, it's mistrust. If people can understand the simple thing, like let's love each other, let's unite. When we unite, once people start understanding the unity and loving each other, then we overcome. I say, why did KEMEN start? Why did the group start in Worcester? And then we understand that. The issue is, are people going to step up and be in KEMEN and take simple thing? It's very simple. Let's come together, eat mbuzi, and celebrate one another. When we start celebrating one another, your son, your family, the way it is, without judging, that's the beginning of unity. But so long as we look at those simple things, oh, Kamnao is single parent, or he's not perfect, oh, I'm married, I'm not perfect. So when we start looking at each other and loving each other, we'll overcome our difference and say, you know what, it's a new beginning. If KEMEN can survive for 3 years, if the Worcester group can survive for 3 years, then there's something we can be together. So my prayer is, we do the little things locally, but we join in a celebration of one another and trusting each other. So let's trust each other and loving one another.
So let's talk about that celebration or that recognition. It's one thing. It's recognition is an amazing thing in any situation. Recognizing people, recognizing organizations. Does KEMEN have anything in place, like an annual ceremony, an annual recognition kind of thing? Does KEMEN have anything in place right now that they're propagating?
Oh yeah, we have a like KEMEN award that is been going on. Last year I wanted to push it to another level, but because of COVID, we didn't do it better. But now we did it online. So we celebrate people, we give awards, we do all that, and we wanted to make it better. And we want to do it better because it's very, very important. So we come to Massachusetts, we celebrate people from the group. It's very, very important. And one thing that has destroyed that unity is what I said before. mistrust of the previous leaders. And people don't believe that. They have to come together, and we are doing those things like awards. And just, if you want to share in KEMEN Forum, you're welcome. Anybody's welcome. We have the June event coming. You're welcome to come. It's everybody's group. You want to join? Right now, we are not asking for membership fee. Just come in, come and celebrate. And we're welcome to, we celebrate everybody.
Can you give us a synopsis of what's happening in June? You just mentioned June. What's going on in June?
Okay. We have the 30-year celebration. We're going to have it on Zoom. Okay. It's going to be on 7. It's going to be in the afternoon. And right now I'm calling on any man who want to share anything. They're welcome. They don't have to be an expert on a special thing, but just an advice. If you can give an advice, that's another thing. You don't have to be special to be in KEMEN or to present yourself. You can just say, hey, you know what? I'm a best husband because of this. I'm a single dad or a single person that has done this. Simple. It's very, very simple. It's going to be June 27th. Just celebrating men. And let's relax. Ego is destroying us. Ego is the biggest.
You don't you gotta have, that's the thing with us men. Kifua, we're born to be that. We're born to be strong and to be headstrong. But that is something we need to work on. So I recall correctly. Now you have some different amazing factions within KEMEN, if I recall correctly. There's one about a finance team or something. They do investments. What do you have? Can you walk us through some of the subgroups that exist and things that are doing differently to roll up into the umbrella of the leadership?
It's beautiful. So when KEMEN started, it's like a miracle. Men say, why can't there's a group that started trading. There's a trading group, trading and investment. Yeah. And I thank God for CEO, I call him CEO Francis, came up with this idea of teaching people about trading every Thursday. Okay. And then from there, we say, how can we come together? And we came together, we contributed over $1,000 each.
Each.
Yes. Over 80 men. That's a lot of money. And then from there, CEO, I call him CEO, Sam Doogie, great man. Working at a real estate. And Tony Ngari and the group, they have a board member on that. They came out and say, registered real estate company. George Shege came with an idea of trading, registered a trading company. Wow. So I got my first check of trading 2 months ago. I did shopping with it.
Wow. So every member contributed $1,000 towards that concept of $1,000.
They gave more.
Wow.
And the real estate, we have a building somewhere down there in Massachusetts, which is almost done. And I just celebrating what they are doing, and it's open and it's beautiful. So from KEMEN, this man came out, and this separate company that came out of KEMEN, and KEMEN has continuously is strong. KEMEN is strong because of this great organization that all celebrate KEMEN. When I talk to them, say, how come you're doing good? Because we started from KEMEN. It's beautiful. They have CEOs in trading. They have a CEO in real estate. They have their board independent. They're doing great things. I'm an investor in both of them. Pesa, money.
Wow,
that's what I like.
Success. We're hearing it here, the Africa Diaspora Connect. We have the chairman here and founder of KEMEN, Mr. Anthony Kamnao. No man left behind. Every man must be, and pay attention to this amazing thing. The togetherness, the Ubuntu element is being perpetrated by KEMEN. This is amazing. Now, let me ask you about your board. How big is your board of directors? How many are you? And how does that work? I mean, what's like just give me an overview of your board and how big it is.
Right. We started as a huge board, but right now we were over 10, but now we have 6 active. And by saying that is you have all these people who are like, we're ready to jump, but life comes in, people get busy. Yeah. But they're still there. They're very supportive. We meet like in 3-4 months. And now we are meeting next month because of the event coming up.
Understood.
So it's busy. We report to the government. We are registered. The headquarters is in Missouri, registered here in Missouri. And all paperwork are submitted every year to Missouri and also report to the authority. We are a registered organization. And it's been faithful because we've given everybody a chance to be a part of something in KEMEN. And Tony Ngari has been, I'm mentioning him a lot. He's been great in marketing. He's been pushing KEMEN. The vice chairman, Sam, has been great on pushing KEMEN. And Kaluyu's in the board. He's running presidency in Kenya.
Kaluyu, tell Mr. Kaluyu I want him on the show here. Can you get Mr. Kaluyu? Can you get Mr. Kaluyu here? I want to get him right here. I want to hear. I want to hear his political agenda for the next elections. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I want him right here.
Right. Vincent Mungare is in the board.
Okay.
Shege is in the board.
All right.
We have men on the board. So yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And now you sent me an overview of some other things you guys are doing outside. It's like we call them social responsibilities. You know, those of us in corporate America, we call them corporate social responsibilities. What kind of outreach programs are you doing out there for the Kenyan community as KEMEN?
Oh, wow, good. You know, God said, oh, how can we incorporate other people, the family concept? And we started image stars, mental depression, mental stars. And that kept us going in the community. And we have a conference call every month. We talk about mental issue, alcohol, struggles. Right now, we are talking about COVID-19 and how can we be better as a community. As we really touch a lot of people. We just came up with a website. God has given me connection with people who can create website and all social media. So we have a website, Image Stars, and we have people that coming through just talking about like now vaccine. I just got my second shot a week ago.
You did.
But because of in these meetings, I was able to be stronger to face vaccine. I'm not a chicken. I'm still here. I'm alive.
So let me ask you this. No side effects from the vaccine? None? You had no side effects?
No. Not at all. It was amazing. I have my boss is a great guy. He's up there in age. And he's like, for me to continue being his assistant and to work with him, as I work for General Motors, I have to get this vaccine. And I tried the first one, there was no issue. The second one was perfect a week ago. And we're having all this discussion in Image Does, and God has opened doors. Now we have our own website powered by KEMEN, talking about mental issues. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, people are struggling. The things that I see, oh my goodness, brother. Yeah. This week I saw a picture of someone, man, this homelessness. We work with HRP down in Massachusetts. I'm a board member of HRP.
Yeah, I had them over here, yeah.
Yes.
The whole homeless reform project with Elizabeth, with Florence.
Right. And those things, because of KEMEN. KEMEN has opened a door for me to be on those boards. So I'm in the board of Image Stars now because we're going to be registered officially because of KEMEN. HRP, the things that are going on in HRP and homelessness, seeing men struggle, the things that I hear, keep them secret. But we are in a lot of trouble, Mr. Kibathi. We need to have more discussion. People are frostbite.
Wow. In winter. Wow.
Right.
Man.
And I'm talking about so many issues. So that one, and then this last week, thank God for our brother. We are helping. We just raised some money to ship some games kit to a group in Kibra Foundation, Touch Kibra Foundation.
Okay.
And also last year we raised money. There was a lady that was beaten, and we were able to raise money for her to help her get out of the hospital. We do all those things. I'm always fundraising. I'm always calling fundraising. And anything that I have, I share. KEMEN doesn't have a lot of money because you remember I said that I don't ask for membership fees anymore. Because the reason is I wanted to lay foundation because you have to have accountable accountants. Yeah. You have to be accountable to IRS. So I've been laying that foundation. So when I start asking big time money, I'm ready to have professional people come. But we are heading that way. I use most of my money to push KEMEN and also to maintain the website. But we are doing a lot of great things out there, and I thank God for what we are doing. And also we reach out to men who are struggling. Like this week, we just buried our brother. You saw Peter Gioko, great man in Alabama. And we were able to be allowed to give our condolences under KEMEN. So we are touching lives out there. So I'm really thankful.
Terrific, man. Blessings.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys registered as anything? You were like a 501(c)(3).
Yeah.
What are you? What are you registered as?
Yeah, we are registered here in Missouri as a not-for-profit. Hopefully, I'm always in trouble on how I pronounce that for my wife. So I did well. Not-for-profit. We are registered. We are official. But now we want to start working on, I'm looking for people to help me start writing grants and all those things. I haven't started doing that yet, but I'm thinking about that because we've been 3 years in existence, but I want to do it professionally because this is my goal. If you haven't asked me, we want to have at least a center in Massachusetts. If you can help me do that, let's have an activity center in Massachusetts and one in Missouri. I love Massachusetts. I may move to Massachusetts.
Hey, bring it, man, bring it. You know, this is where it's at. This is a cradle. This is a cradle of diaspora civilization, if I may say so myself.
I love it. I love that city. I love Massachusetts.
We know you love it. We know you love it. So your end game. So what is you walked in that? So what is your end game? When you someday walk away from KEMEN, how do you want to leave it? What's the legacy Kamnao is going to be known for when he passes on that baton as he's doing other bigger and greater things? What's that going to be?
I'll share it openly, and if somebody want to steal this idea, it's fine. Let's have our own community centers.
Yeah.
Let's have our own place whereby we can have a meeting.
Yeah.
If we come to Massachusetts, let's have our own center, even if it's under Men of Worcester, we can chip in. If an organization like that can come up with that idea, let's partner. Let's have our own meeting center. Let's have it. Let's meet as men. Let's have one there. Let's have one in Texas. I've been talking to a brother from Texas. Let's have one there. Let's have one in Missouri. And we have a place whereby we can teach our children Swahili, our tradition. We are losing it.
Wow, amazing.
And then also have a center whereby men can come and just cry and say, you know,
and also rejoice.
That's it. Yeah, all those good stuff.
Absolutely.
Rejoice, talk about the beauty of raising their son, their daughters, their relationship. Talk about life. Enjoy it. Eat boozy and celebrate like the way you do.
Yeah.
I want to celebrate. If people ask how do you celebrate, I want to celebrate like Mr. Kibathi.
All right, I'll get you a cigar as well. So, I know you have political aspirations someday. You still want to get into that aspect someday in life? Is politics somewhere down the road in your mainstream, you think?
Oh, if I wanted to join politics, I could have already joined because I have connections. God has given me those connections, and my goal for Kenya is civic education. I'm already involved in civic education.
Okay.
First of all, it's that ground to be that way. But otherwise, if I can be involved, I'm already involved by donating to different people. But eventually, I want to go back to Kenya in the future just to continue helping the community through civic education. If somebody wants to hire me as a vice president in the future when I'm 60, that's fine. But right now,
it's gonna be you and Kaluyu. I'll be the best ticket. Kaluyu and Kamnao. Both of you one day join your forces together and see what the future holds.
Right. And with Kaluyu, we've come a long way, and there's so many things coming up with Kaluyu.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him. In fact, today he's released his breaking news. He wants to run for presidency, and I told him, man. And I get in trouble with this. You know that. You know why I get in trouble. I said, get a lady vice president. And they say, I'm thinking about that. So I gave him that advice. I talked to him. There's so many things that we talk about, me and him.
There we go.
And stuff like that. But it's a disappointment by politics in Kenya. I've met all those people. I've met all those politicians.
I hear you.
They keep promises, but they don't keep it.
That's politics for you. That's politics for you. So as we're winding down here, Africa Diaspora Connect, let's see this vision. Let us support these visions. These are folks that are coming out there and they want to give back and being in here. Let's not wait until we need that help. Let's be part of the solution. Let's be part of the solution. One way you can be part of the solution is participating. And in a situation like this, the women have their amazing groups going. The men, as you can hear, we're doing amazing things. We're trying to play catch up. We're not recreating the wheel, folks. Come in, let's join in, and let's make this happen. Unguvu, pamoja, sisi sote. I'd like to give a shout out to Samrak, to Samuel. Let's give it up for Samrak. Let's give it up. Come now, Samrak. You know, guys out there, all those crazy people in Samrak, Festus, you crazy people there, Big Bogua, everyone in there, all those noisemakers. You know what I'm saying? Ralph Kalundu, my buddy over there. What's Essie? Essie always giving me... Yeah, Roz, Essie giving me a hard time all the time, calling me hookah and all these crazy women in there. I'm not giving you my phone numbers. You are a Jesh. What a group we have. Anyhow, guys, we're winding down Africa Diaspora Connect. Listen, man, this is a one-stop shop. All right, we're doing amazing things. Please, let's do what we need to do. All right, just that icon, that bell icon, just that ding down, subscribe. By the way, Kamnao, have you subscribed? Have you subscribed?
I'm gonna do it on the KEMEN right now.
Do it in KEMEN and spread this word to KEMEN. Let them know. African. Let's do it. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How can we support whatever cause you have? Let me know. I like supporting causes, and let me know.
Great question. Subscribe. Let's subscribe. View the channels. Let's share. Let's just start from there.
Let's do that.
Subscribe.
Okay,
all right. View and share and make comments. That is one amazing way you can be supporting the Africa Diaspora Connect cause. And I would really be indebted to you and much appreciated.
I'll do it now. Yes, I'm doing it.
And tell all the brothers in there, the Kibans, the Banza said, let's join on this vehicle. Let's work together. Signing off from the one and only Studio 21. I'm your host, Kibathi Gaturu, saying Asante San, and thank you for chiming in. Thank you so much, Chrissy. Another great show. We're making it happen, man. Thank you. Come now. See you on the Samrak.
Thank you.
All right, let's do it. Asante.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.